But let's bring it back home to relationships. A trauma bond, again, it forms when you are emotionally attached to someone who is inconsistent. When you are staying connected to someone who is inconsistent with you, that again is a time for you to do self reflection and ask yourself, why? Why am I inconsistent? Are there areas in your life where you are inconsistent with yourself? And therefore, because you're inconsistent with yourself, you are inconsistent. You allow other people to be inconsistent with you as well. You have to ask yourself those questions. So, a trauma bond also forms when someone who is very manipulative or abusive or that attachment grows stronger, not just despite the mistreatment, but because of it. So the attachment grows because of the mistreatment. They're mistreating you, and yet you're growing more and more attached to that person. In relationships, they have highs in that relationship, and then they have lows, and all of those highs and those lows in the relationships, they create an addictive loop to where you're going over and over and over again, and you're craving the next good moment. But then when you sit back and you realize that there will never be a next good moment, and you start to ignore the red flags, and you ignore the red flags to survive emotionally. You see the red flags. The red flags are being waved in your face. Hey, this is a red flag, but you're ignoring them because you had a good moment. They took you out to dinner. They took you to the movies. And oh, you had a good time for that moment. But then on the opposite end of that, there are these red flags that you ignore for survival emotionally. So your emotions are trying to survive for the next thrill, for the next moment. It's all a part of the manipulative cycle. It's all a part of the abuse. It's that cycle, the high and low addictive cycle. You're addicted to the highs, you're addicted to the lows. One good moment, next moment you're ignored. The next moment you're being manipulated. The next moment there's inconsistency. The next moment there's abuse. You got to get off the wheel. You have to stop being on that hamster wheel.